Hello and welcome to the Happy Mediums page today. And I've invited Graeme Piper in with such a successful um, workshop, you could say, last week. And we're planning some more. And we want to bring a kind of different angle to some of the things that are on the market or whatever. But we're very passionate about what we do and we've known each other for a while. We want to bring that passion through. And we want to make these courses accessible to people at any level, Graeme, don't we?
I think that's an important thing for me is, I said last week at the course, when you get people coming in, and there's a sense of self-doubt or insecurity. Oh, but Derek, you're teaching us how to do these tools, and other people will be able to do it. I can't, or they'll be better. I think we knock that one in the head. Through conversation and through the passion, what we want to bring is that anybody can come along. Doesn't matter what your experience level is. If you're very experienced, come along and enhance the experience.
Yeah.
If you're not very experienced, come along and develop your experience. What we're trying to create here is this safe environment.
Yeah.
People can come along and experience what's happening. Now, through the tools that we both use, can bring things up for people. I warn people this. And it is a one-day workshop. There is support offered afterwards. I know you do it in your style, I do it in my style. So we're not going to say that there won't be anything happening. We're not going to say that there will be. We're just going to say, come and experience it.
One of us to get you. Because we get messages. One thing I like is we get messages from people who don't think that they can't give messages. And all of a sudden, they're giving us messages for our lives.
Yeah.
Which is great for us because we get something back with what we put in. But the whole point of this is to make it accessible. And this is what we get trying to get across to people. And the last one we did more of playing with the cards, and we spoke more about psychic protection and grounding, because that's really important for us to teach, because you have to be in the right state of mind, really, don't you, Graeme? You have to be relaxed to start off with.
And if we look into the ancients, into history, rituals, doesn't matter what your belief system is, whether it's religion, pomp, pungent, religion.
I know what you're saying, Graeme, and it is. It's our belief system. And it's like, when I started out, for example, when I was brought up, it was British Scotland, what we learned.
And they have rituals.
And then later on, when I opened up to this, when I found out my great granny was very, very psychic and related to the brand Seer, obviously, and there was a Catholic link there as well. We opened up. When we go into our Reiki and stuff like that,
rituals again.
But to me, as a guy, and maybe it's not a male thing, I think it's all the same.
Yeah.
It's being spiritual. It's not about being religious. I think that's something we're both passionate on. It's about living a spiritual life.
And that's the bit I think when we look at the fire walk and the glass walk and that, it's rituals. It focuses the mind.
Yeah.
When the mind focuses, energy flows. Now, if you're focused negatively, that energy's still flowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just having a hose pipe and seeing where you're pointing it.
Just like we had a girl on a life coaching workshop. What makes me saying this? It's like moaning about her work. Well, how many people do we know moan about their work? Change it to giving gratitude. Yes, it's maybe not the perfect job for myself or whatever, but we change it to giving gratitude to that, and we're thankful for that because it gives us the time or the money to go and invest in what we really want to do. And it's changing it from a negative to a positive. And that's what my whole motto is about, enlightening others to succeed through life challenges. It's taking the negative things that have happened to us in both our lives and turning it into a positive.
And I think your life becomes a mantra.
Yeah.
You just look around your life, because if people are lacking in finance and they say, I've no money, I've no money, I've no money, that's what the energy is for. No money, no money, no money.
We see it on our courses when people say, oh, we can't afford that. And they're already telling themselves, I'm not going to do it. The courses are priced reasonably because you're getting your food, because we don't want you to go away, we want to support you all day. And we are looking at, better venues or different venues, outside venues. We're looking at different places, taking it out. We're looking to go up to Inverness, we're looking at maybe the West Coast, but we're starting in Aberdeen. There is good facilities in it.
I think Aberdeen's missold.
Yeah.
If you look at, the northeast of Scotland and around Aberdeen, biggest collection of standing stone circles anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, Henge might be the biggest one. Size matters to you people. then there you go. But we've got the biggest collection. We've got so much history, from the Pictish people that were here well before the Celts, the Pictish people who worshipped the feminine, who managed to hold their own against the Roman Empire, all people. Yeah, and these were people who weren't out fighting all the time. They could hold their own, but they were focused. Then you've got the Celts that come in. So all that, all the good stuff in here in the northeast. So why not start in Aberdeen, the granite site? Why not just start with that solid base? From there grow out. And I think what we've been speaking about is that people come in, and if we can upskill people so they can take it out as well.
Exactly.
That's exciting for me.
Both me and Graeme learn from each other because it's two different backgrounds we're coming in. And it is the same. I mean, it's not about me giving readings to everybody or kind of reading about the future. It's not about that. He likes that. We'll put cards with each other today. And there's a fun element as well. And you're not going to come in and say your granny's going to die next week sort of thing. It's about coming back to the now, and that's what we teach in the mindfulness. And this is the buzzword just now, but coming back to something we were talking about earlier on, what we're trying to get you away from is mindlessness. We're just walking about in a daze and we're not taking control. We're accepting things that we don't want to accept sometimes. And we've got to come out of that zone and come back to the now. And this is what we're both very good at doing with people.
And I think, what I've been saying is, you've got an amazing, or you as in we have an amazing tool here, our mind.
Yes.
The fragile part of it is if we don't control it, somebody else will.
Yeah.
So then you've got issues. Females had to be, I'm noticing coming up with the younger guys now, there's body issues.
Mm-hmm.
You look at a magazine, you look at anything that's going to tell you.
Well, Facebook's an example.
You're too fat, you're too thin, you're too tall, you're too small, you're too black, you're too white, you're not tall enough, you're not small enough, blah, blah, blah. And we accept this about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then you step out there and somebody gives you a compliment and you can't handle it because the mind's being controlled. And it could be through how you've grown up, issues in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, and I know you're the same, your life coaching it's like, do challenge that. And I know I've got a name for challenging people straight off. But why should I stand in front of somebody and listen to them speaking so negatively about themselves? Somebody else told them that's what they were.
Yeah.
When you see the beauty in people, both male, female, children, old people, you see that
it's so, and I get that passion, Graeme. It's so hard for us. Well, we're sensitive. We're empaths. We can feel. We can see. And when we see potential in people, and it's so hard for us to say, why are you being so bloody negative? It's like when you say to a kid, don't spill the juice. What happens? They spill the bloody juice because you're seeing it.
First.
Yeah.
I never. He swore first.
But we say it to our kids when we're angry. Don't spill it because we're kind of forcing them to do it because we're thinking they're going to do it in the first place. But if we think positively, and this is what we're coming back to, if we think positively and get rid of the negative thoughts, what the learned behaviour in a life coaching sense, we're coming back to the spiritual and intuitive workshop. We're kind of bringing in both our experiences, but we do use our intuition in our life coaching and stuff like that as well, and our motivational because we sense things around people, especially potential. And we want to bring it out. It doesn't matter if I say your granddad's here, your mother's here, they're not going to fix you. The only person, and you'll agree with this, is you.
Absolutely.
The only person who can fix you is you. And we can encourage you.
Another thing is, like people that's in relationships or jobs and things like that, and say, oh, this person's not good for me. How do I change him? If I take them to you for Graeme or Derek for hypnosis, can you change him? No. Change you. You change you, the whole world changes. Your whole perception of the world changes. We have no right to change anybody except ourselves. And I think when people get that into their head, and then they can be empowered and supported and even signposted on that journey. And it's difficult to take the steps. It really is difficult. But when you start taking the steps, the hardest step in a fire walk is the first step.
Exactly.
Once you take that first step and you think, this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, and the bald guy was speaking the truth, I've now burnt myself, I've got a cross, what else can we do? Take
I'll be using
That,
my tool to
yeah,
hypnotise myself to go over that glass walk because that's what's
well, the
scaring me.
glass walk's coming up next. We're going to bring in the glass walk. That's probably the scariest one because if you think of fire, we can think of light, heating, cooking,
Yes.
warmth, and it's alive and it breathes and it eats. Glass, we have very little positive things to think about broken glass. And the message from that glass walk is you walk on the scariest, sharpest things in life,
Mm.
but you can still hold it, feel that contentment. And once the people have feedback, and I know on the site people have said, it was actually like walking on something soft and soothing.
Mhm.
The glass didn't change. The glass was still sharp, broken glass. What changed was where their focus was. And when they brought that energy in, and the physical started to come in line with it, then
So
they were able to do that.
when you're doing that, Graham, we're talking about you'll probably find before in the workup. You told me it's like a 4 hour workshop
Yeah,
sort of thing. Do you find, like I do, is you find their blockages and we try and help them
and
overcome
that
them?
that,
You
that
know, that's what we're doing.
that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's this is where I am. This is where I want to be.
Mhm.
That's the scary bit in between.
One of the things we're going to do in the next workshop, and it's something Graham's very interested in, is past lives, or
Yeah.
even in this earlier life or younger lives, where we can see blockages, and it's something that I get fascinated by when I was doing Reiki healing. And I got bored and I kind of went into the flow and I seen blockages or little videos or whatever in my head. I thought I was going crazy till I actually went and trained to be a past life therapist, and the tool that gave me, and I've had some amazing results with that. And I've now turned it into a bit of a workshop where I ask you a question, do you think past lives? And everybody goes, no. But at the end of the workshop, they all say yes. Because, yeah, we've got to believe that we over, but the lessons we get from that, and there's now something I'm looking at future life regression, where we can take things from future lives, but it's all about still coming back to the now and what we use that knowledge or remember the knowledge. Even when we're younger, how we overcome bullying, for example. Well, what did we do to stay occupied? Sometimes we've got to go back as an adult, but sometimes we've got to be that child and bring in that fun again, how much we enjoyed that time. Like when I remember playing football when we were young and out and it wasn't even a football we played
Yeah.
it was a
Um,
tin, a
um,
can, and the things we did in the imagination we had when we were younger. And it saddens me to see my own kids and stuff playing with phones, iPads, or the
because I'm telling
Xbox.
you,
You
see,
know,
you don't tell people how to think. Tell them what to think. If anybody hears me saying that, think that's bad. Look just above Derek's head, you'll see some certificates there. No, I've just told you what I think. Simple as that.
yeah.
If I can do that just now with that, what's the whole world doing to you? What can you do? You bring it back
Mm,
and you tell yourself what to think positively. You're telling yourself what to think negatively just now.
mm,
And just touching on the past life there, Derek, I think the combination we bring together is good here. Because the things that get me when people come to me, oh, I had past life regression, fine. And I was, I don't know,
yeah.
burnt at a stake or something in a past life. That's why I'm like that. Well, very good. So it's okay to say to somebody, this is what you were in a past life, that's why you're like that now. And we need to give some
And
support
this
here.
this is where it comes back to when
We
we
need
do
to give some
this is
support.
why it's called past life therapy and what I'm teaching this. We remember the lessons that we learn and bring them back to the future. Really, it's so many emotional people. I mean, I had one the other day when I was up in Down House and I was doing a public event, and it's slightly different to what we do in private. But it's very similar to what we do in a workshop. I hypnotised somebody, now it was a female, and she was in her 50s, and she went back in time to the 17th century, and she was a man, and she was she was a soldier. And I felt like saying stand to attention, but I asked her for rank and everything. She told me the regiment, the whole lot. And I asked her the lessons of that life, and it was she hated war. And she was holding, she described holding somebody that was dying and the horrors of that brought back. And then she chose to be a female in the next life. She didn't have to go to war. Things happened in her life that she had to go back in, and then she could think about today's. And lots of stories and examples we can give of that. More got a lot of empathy for soldiers, funny enough. And it was amazing how that came up. And she brought that to the class, or brought that to the demonstration, and feel it, well, the emotions. So it was real. But getting back to kind of the basics when we're on the course, because we don't want to scare people as well, is when you
We
come in,
don't.
well, you can be the scary one, I'll be the lover. But when we're serious, because you can see the certificates that I've got in my office, and Graham's got a lot of certificates. We're very highly trained in some of the support that we do. I want to make that clear. It's all about you helping yourself, and that's really what comes down to it. It doesn't matter whether
Yeah.
it's the past life draw you in, if it's a psychic protection that you want a bit more, feeling a bit more secure. We're doing it in that safe environment.
You know that saying, you can take a horse to water,
Yeah.
but you can't make it drink. What we're trying to bring to you is it's actually safe to drink the water. Drink it.
And we have a lot of fun in these
I have.
events as well. We do have a lot of fun.
But basically, I mean,
You know, we're
fun
not called
is
the
a
Happy
basic.
Meal for
Yeah,
nothing. You're not.
yeah. Stand-up comedy, you know. I didn't mean to. I was trying to be positive about my life, but it just thought it was hilarious. But if we can bring humour as our base, we have to move from that from time to time.
Yes.
But if we bring respect and humour as our base, and that's the thing we'll base you in to begin with, then you can move back and forth.
And we respect where you've come from as
Yeah.
well, and we respect some of the stories, and everyone does.
Absolutely.
And we know some people could come from tough backgrounds that can bring something to it. We know some people will be probably better mediums or psychics than we will, but they may be lacking in that confidence. And I've seen it in some of the people that have come in, Graham, that, far better mediums than I
Well, I
am.
mean,
It's like,
look at some of the
some
people
of
that
the
was at
people that had the course.
the course last
Yeah.
week. To begin with, I mean, I'm used to that feeling because
Yeah.
through the tools I'm using, the firewalk, and that people are like, oh. But they were all sat there, and you could just see they were huddled into their little friend groups. And it was great just to watch as the day went and that people moved out into each other. Even energetically started touching on each other. And it was great. And at some point we get step back and the energy starts flowing from the room.
We're just the facilitators.
Yeah,
It's
and
you're the
I like to
stars.
think we're like the guy that's at the music with the orchestra. We
Right.
start doing that, but the beauty in the sound comes from the people that are there.
Right.
That's where I feel my
Yeah.
role
And
is.
we've got no, between us, we've got no, well, we'll have a little bit of ego, but we share it and we take it out of people as well because it's not about ego. We're confident. There's a difference between ego and confidence. And I'm still
Yeah, he's confident, and
I'm still scared of this glass walk, but I will have a go at it and I will do it because I'm saying I will do it. The firework, I'm used to kind of heat being an ex-chef and touching things hot. I don't have a problem. The glass walk, yeah. But that's something that we'll do in the future in some of our workshops as well. But these workshops are indoors and we won't be asking you to do scary things as that just now. But you'll be asking us because you'll be wanting fresh challenges. And we know a lot of people have asked us to come a bit closer and do these workshops because we're bringing something different.
I think the reason we're sitting here doing this is because you guys have asked us to do this. We were doing it in silo before.
Yeah.
There was an overlap what we're doing. You guys have said, have you ever thought of coming together? Somebody else out there that does a different kind of therapy. Listen, guys, you might actually be better coming. So it'll be up for you guys to tell us, does this work or it doesn't?
We're not saying we might bring other people in that can bring something to the table as well. But it's all about enlightening the narcissist. In a sense, that's my password, buzzword. And it matches hand in hand in a fun and natural way rather than being intensely, because we will give you notes, we will give you handouts, and we may even give you a gift now and again.
Probably me swearing, that'll be a gift.
But we know it's all about encouraging you to succeed. And we hope you enjoy this little interview and chat with the both of us. And there will be lots more information to follow up on our next course. We're looking about April the 9th. A life coaching one coming up on April 28th, which is mostly myself doing that, but Graeme will be invited along if he's off. And then after that, we're planning a lot of joint ones and exciting things ahead. So,
and if you guys have got a group and you need us to come and speak to us, get in touch with us. Just get in touch with us.
No, we'll do some things. We love doing things for charity and stuff like that. But it has to be a charity that we're passionate about as well. It has to be something that locally, and it's all local stuff. And
we do the glass walk and the fire walk for a charity event is great because our spectators can watch and there can be noise and that. Glass walk, there's no spectators. So just say that now. No spectators because of what comes up during the glass walk. But with energy. Doing it for charity, we'll sign it off to say that you did it. So that's a big gift for you as well.
on, yeah. And there's lots of ideas we've got on, people know what I do, stand-up shows and stuff like that. And we'll be looking at some events locally in Aberdeen. I'm currently up in Burnhouse and we're doing, in fact, I'm doing the old-fashioned tea leaf readings in the 18th. And for me, I thought, my granny told me, I thought, this is going to be kind of funny to do. And it was absolutely amazing, Graeme. It was just looking at the shapes, and we call it the old Scottish word scrying, where you can scry a candle or a fire, as my granny used to teach us. And we're looking at tea leaves, you around 3 times, you get out there and you look at the shapes. I mean, an amazing day. So it's something to look at in Darnhouse and the 18th of March. And we've got some events. We're looking at unique events, even if we're investigating a little bit, having a bit of fun as well. So look out for a lot of these events coming up from my page, and we'll get Graeme sorted out on his Facebook page.
Is this your card?
That's a whole card on my phone. No, I've got the Empress, so I've got the feminine, he's got the masculine.
Yeah, my
So,
wife.
thanks for listening, and thanks for taking the time out to look at this video. Thank you.